Here are 10 ways to save money when you are moving house. Make sure you save this video for your next house move. Welcome, this is episode 5 of 10 Minute Money, my series with actionable money tips to help you go from financially frustrated to financially flying in just 10 minutes a week or less. Make sure you follow along or subscribe so you don't miss one of these episodes. Now, I need to give you some context to today's episode because I am right in the middle of moving house. If you're watching this on YouTube, TikTok, or IG, you can see the boxes behind me. Let me tell you something, I am tired. I thought to myself this week, should I just not film an episode? Maybe I'll just have a week off. But then I realized I've actually learned some really useful money saving tips through this particular move that I think everyone should know. So I thought, let's group them together in a video. But that does explain why I've been a bit quiet online lately, because moving house, especially with kids, as you may know, is no joke. I've got 10 tips for you today, which means we are going to have to zoom through them pretty quickly. But I'm still going to squeeze in Guess the Stat, where you have to guess the correct answer to this stat before the end, and you can share your answers in the comments. So drop them below. Thanks to everyone who joined in last week and the week before. I love looking for your answers and your guesses. Let's see if you can get this right. According to a 2023 article published by Nimblefin, what percentage of people in the UK are renters, renting their home? Comment your answer now. What percentage do you think it is? Answer now. Guess below. I'll share the correct answer at the end. Okay, let's get into the 10 ways to save money moving house. Whether you are renting or whether you're buying a home, the process of moving is costly. Let's try and reduce that a little bit. Number 1 is to declutter your house well in advance. Less stuff equals less boxes, equals less costs, equals less energy for you. I am really grateful for something that happened to me 2 years ago that made this particular move a lot easier. So 2 years ago, we got the chance to house sit for someone for a little bit. And at that point, we did a huge clear out of our stuff. We cut back a lot of things. So when we were packing for this move, I was thinking to myself, do you know, I'm so glad we did that, because it didn't take too long. I wasn't spending loads of time sorting, and it also meant we just had less stuff to move. So it was far in advance for me. But if you are thinking of moving this year, you could actually start decluttering now, maybe sell some stuff you don't need anymore, and you will thank yourself for it when the time comes to move. Tip number 2 is to make personal connections with people all the way through the process. Moving house means that you're starting new relationships at every step, whether that's with a mortgage company, a landlord, electricity provider, removal company. Building personal connections where you can is much more likely to improve the outcomes for you and the terms and costs. Why is this? Well, because every provider has a basic level of what they can offer you, but 99% of the time, they've got better terms they can offer if they want to and if you ask for them. So what does this actually look like? What I'm actually talking about here? Often it's as simple as picking up the phone and talking to people rather than just keeping everything on email. When you get to know the people you're working with from your providers, their contact's name, you reply to emails quickly, you're nice to them on the phone, you're easy to work with, you can then ask for favourable terms and you're much more likely to get them. If they enjoy working with you, it's better for them and it's better for you. So I just really encourage you to do that. Number 3, I'm going to have to explain this one a little bit, is don't take the deals you're immediately offered when you find the place you're going to live in. We found our new place through Rightmove. Rightmove is a search engine here in the UK. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Love it to bits. However, they offered us a follow-up service once we locked in our property, because they sent me this lovely email and it was like, welcome, congratulations, you've got your new property, how exciting. Now you're going to need electricity and insurance and internet and things like that. Let's help you with it. And I thought that's really nice, actually really useful. Got loads of stuff to organise. Thanks so much. But then they started showing me the offers and I got these sales calls and the deals they were offering me were not the best deals on the market. I was like, absolutely not. This is not good. I was quite shocked. I was thinking, such a shame. That would have been really helpful. It would have been more convenient for me to have someone else arrange all of this, but we're going to be locked into some of these deals for a year plus, maybe even more. So making sure that those contracts are the best value, the best ones on the market, taking time to do that in that moment is a really good idea and can save loads of money. Tip number 4 is another one that we personally came across on this move, which is choosing between aesthetic and not so aesthetic when it comes to your home. So I think we are still very much in an Instagram aesthetic era. So even though Gen Z, thank you, you are helping us break out of this a bit, most of the time, the stuff we're getting influenced by the homes we're getting influenced by, there always comes with even the renovations, there's always an after photo. You've got a before picture and an after picture on IG. However, most people I know don't have or live in the after photo. It's normally, for most people I know, a work in progress. Homes are a work in progress. This is more normal. And I mention this because it can affect your house hunting, because you can feel pulled to spend more money to get that aesthetic, that after photo. But we realised quite quickly on this move that we'd have to choose between what our budget allowed us, was choosing between the aesthetic house or one with a garden and more space for our family. And it saved us a lot of money. We did go for the less aesthetic house, but it was a bit of a choice that we had to make. And even now I'm a bit like, I don't know if we're ever going to live in the after photo, but that's really normal. That's a normal thing. And we can make it our own. We can do a lot to it. And I just wanted to share that because you can save a lot of money by not getting sucked into trying to live in that after photo straight away. Number 5, while you're looking for houses, check the council tax in that area. This is an interesting one because the area really can vary on how much you'll be paying month to month for council tax. Ours is going down, and I'm very, very happy about this in the area we're moving to. Similarly, factoring in at this point when you're looking for places, your travel costs can save you some money because yes, it might seem like the property's cheaper because you're living in the suburbs, it's further away from the city, but actually when it comes to your living expenses, you might find that travel costs are very expensive to work or seeing friends, especially if you're commuting. This can add up to hundreds of pounds a month, especially if you're commuting for work. So factoring that in at the point of looking for your house is a really, really good idea. Okay, moving on now for things when you're actually physically moving. Van hire versus day insurance. Hear me out on this one. Using a removal company can be very convenient, but also very costly. You can save quite a lot of money if you DIY it. Now, hiring a van can cost a lot of money, but did you know that you can actually get day insurance on other people's vehicles? So say, for example, you know somebody who's got a really big car or a van. You might find that actually putting day insurance on their vehicle, if they're happy for you to use it for a day, could save you loads of money. Another big cost that kind of surprised me on this move was boxes. These kind of boxes. Often companies will charge £3 for a large box like this, but you've got to remember a household could use 60 plus boxes like this. So that really, really adds up. Now we found that actually if you go to Facebook Marketplace, you can do this a lot cheaper. Facebook Marketplace, some people, they actually just give away for free all their boxes after moving. So you could just go and pick up a load for free. We found a local business that was selling the boxes that their deliveries were coming in for £1 each. So it saved us probably between £50 and £100. Very happy. Number 9, and this one is a little bit niche because it's a bit Marmite, but don't assume that IKEA is the best value for furnishing your new property, your new place. We all know that there are some absolute bargains in IKEA for furnishing a new home. Of course there are. There's some great things in IKEA. But the thing with IKEA is that because you can buy basically everything in one shop, you might find that out of convenience that you do end up buying basically everything in one place when you could be getting a much better deal and maybe better products elsewhere. We will be getting some stuff from IKEA, but I've been looking at other places too. I've been looking at Habitat's looking really good at the moment, Dunelm. M&S Home's pretty nice. Also, you can also get some lovely things on Facebook Marketplace, secondhand stuff. We're looking at actually furnishing our outside space, patio area using Facebook Marketplace. And that brings us to tip number 10, last but not least, and that is to plan for food. Yes, you did hear me right. I did say food. One way that you can smash through so much money when you're moving house is on food. Everyone's tired and exhausted from moving, so takeaways suddenly seem like the most appealing thing ever. And I've got no problem with having your takeaway when you're moving house, of course not. It's more just to say that it needs factoring in and planning for. One thing I'm really glad that I've done that saved us money is runs to Aldi to get loads of crisps, drinks, biscuits. There's always food on hand, so you're just not getting to that ravenous stage. I hope these 10 tips help you save money on your next move. If you found it helpful, don't forget to follow, subscribe so you don't miss out on these episodes, and consider signing up to my free weekly email so that I can send you the links to each episode. But to finish, here is the answer to guess the stat. I asked you this week, what percentage of people in the UK are renters? The correct answer is, drumroll please, 36%. In fact, 30% are mortgage holders and 35% own their homes outright. Did you get it right? Did you get close to 36%? And congratulations if you did. That's it for today. I will see you in episode 6.